Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and very good morning to all my students for Thinking Scale Chapter 2. Okay, today we will talk about topic 2 that called is brain. Okay, brain. What is brain? Ataupun otak dalam bahasa Melayu. Okay, brain is an organ of soft nervous tissues containing in the skull of vertebrata functioning as the coordinating center of sensing and intellect. Okey, dia adalah satu organ yang lembut yang terkandung dalam tengkorak vertebrata yang berada di atas kepala kita ni, yang berfungsi sebagai pusat penyelarasan sensasi serta akal. Apa maksudnya? Maksudnya adalah otak ini adalah tempat yang mana segala urusan yang kita lakukan setiap hari akan dijalankan dan didahului oleh fungsi di dalam otak. Contoh, kamu kata, saya nak makan. Kamu berkata, saya nak makan. Otak dah bekerja. Otak bekerja apa? Otak akan mencari di manakah tempat makan yang baik ataupun sedap untuk kamu makan. Dan apa benda yang kamu nak makan mie goreng kah, nasi goreng kah, whatever, itu semua telah terjawab di dalam otak. Otak yang akan menyelaraskan dan seterusnya menggerakkan kita untuk ke kawasan tersebut. Okay? Now I will talk about the criteria of our brain. Okay, from the fact what I get from the other books. Okay, from the other books says the weight of our brain is 3 pound. Okay, berat otak anda adalah dalam 3 pound. Okay, maksud 3 pound di sini, kamu boleh tengoklah di antara perbezaan pound dan juga kilogram. Okay, dia ada sedikit perbezaan. Okay, 4 until 6 the number of minute your brain can survive without oxygen before it start to die. That means you can survive only 4 until 6 minutes. 4 until 6 minutes, then you will die without the oxygen. Okay, 8 to 10 is the number of second you have before losing consequences due the blood loss. Okay, 10 until 23 the number of watt of power your brain generate when you awake. Okay, that's enough to turn on a light bulb. Okay, maksudnya di sini otak kita ni memiliki watt tertentu, yang mana watt itu antara 10 hingga 33 mampu menghidupkan sebiji mentol. Okay, itu antara, that is a few of characteristic. Okay, there is a lot of characteristic, but I think this is the simple thing you have to know about your brain. Okay, and we go to the next slide. Okay, 20% of oxygen and blood flow going to the brain. Okay, only 20%. Okay, 100,000 the number of mile of blood vessels in your brain. Okay, otak kita ni memiliki saluran darah saluran darah yang terdapat di dalam otak kita ni adalah sebanyak 100,000. Okey, itu antara jenis ataupun kriteria yang kamu boleh tengok. Dan yang seterusnya 1,000 sehingga 10,000 is the bilangan sinapsis bagi setiap neuron di otak anda. Okey, dan 100 billion adalah bilangan neuron di otak anda. Ini adalah antara keajaiban ataupun the miracle of our brain. Just a simple organ, not a simple organ, just a small organ in our body, but there is a lot of miracle our God create for this brain. Okay, for what? For make sure you as a human can become a real human. Okay, because you can see sometimes the people show that they not just like a human, okay, because they need use the brain, just like what last week we say about the cognitive. Okay, we go to the next slide. It's talk about the how big your brain, okay, your brain size, how big, okay. A human brain is around 1.3 to 1.5 kilogram only. Oke, maksudnya otak kita nih antara beratnya adalah antara 1.3 hingga 1.5 kilogram saja. Oke, brain size tend to vary according to the size, to the body size. Oke, otak adalah cenderung berbeza mengikut keadaan kepada size badan. That means if you see a young people and that means the adult people, there is different. The size of the brain is also different. This is also same with the animal. Okay, when you see the elephants, dog, cat, gorilla, dolphin, they also have a different size because they are different big of body. Okay. Next, the relationship is not pro-operational. The brain to body mass ratio varies. Oke, hubungan tidak berkadar. Nisbah jisim otak ke badan adalah berbeza-beza. Itu dia maksudkan. Oke, size doesn't matter in the brain. There is no evidence that a large brain is smarter than a smaller brain. That means if you see the small people, you cannot assume she or he is not clever than you, okay, because she or he is too small than you, then you say, this is just kids, so he don't know anything. No, okay, dia kata kerana size adalah tidak penting. The size doesn't matter, okay, it doesn't matter to the brain. Dan tidak ada bukti bahawa otak yang lebih besar lebih pintar daripada otak yang lebih kecil. Okay, itu jelas. Okay, when you see the elephants and you as a human, elephant is animal, so you see the elephant have a big of brain, but the more clever, the more smart is yours because you are human. Dan there is no fact that show the big brain is more clever than a small brain. Okay, this is our brain. Okay, our brain can separate with two area. We call it as a cerebrum and cerebellum. Okay, cerebrum is the largest division of the brain. It is divided into two hemispheres, each of which is divided into four lobes. That means cerebrum have 4 lobes. What kind of lobes? Later I will tell you. Okay, then the next one is a cerebellum. Cerebellum is the small one on the bottom of the cerebrum. Okay, this is the structure of brain. Lobes of the brain, we can see the blue color is front lobe. Front lobe, that means in front of your head. And that is a top of your eyes. Okay. Parietal lobe, the green color. Occipital lobes, the red color on the back of your head. And temporal lobe is on the left and right. It's close with your ear. Okay. I just want to tell you, please remember this place of the brain because sometimes I will put in the quiz. Okay, this is the sample. Where is the front lobe, occipital lobe, parietal lobe, and temporal lobe? Okay. Now we go to the Hoka-Hoki. Okay, what is Hoka-Hoki? Okay, Roger Sperry, 1965, successfully divide the brain. Okay, successfully divide the brain. he already split the brain. Okay, he was divided into two regions of brain: hemisfera kiri, left, and hemisfera kanan, right. So on the left we call hoki, on the right we call hoka. So hoka and hoki. What is hoka and hoki? Okay, I will tell you later. So hoka is the right. Hoka is related with the people who have attention with the arts. Maybe what we call is the people who interact more to the artistic, music, singing, playing, what we call is the new media right now. This is the right head, and we call is a hoka. Okay, and for the hoki is the mostly for the hoka, mostly the people is come from the social science, arts, humanities. Okay, for the left, for the hoki is the people from the science, maybe biological, medical, pharmacy, and whatsoever. It's related with the science. Okay, more complicated people, more what we call is not complicated, more is very what we call dia sangat terikat dengan pekerjaan-pekerjaan yang berkaitan dengan pengiraan teknikal, itu adalah otak kiri. Okay, this is show what is the difference about the hoka and hoki. Okay, hoka and hoki. Hoka for the right, hoki for the left of our brain. So mostly of you student in this university is from engineering. So that means a lot of you use left, what we call is hoki brain. Okay, left brain. So you contribute a lot with a logic, analysis, okay, linear, mathematics, language, fact, thinking in words of songs, and computations. So when you see, it's related with yourself in this university. But for the right brain, it's mostly, for example, just like School of FSGM, okay, is related with the social sciences. Okay, right brain is mostly related with creativity, imaginations, holistic thinking, institutions, art, motor skill, rhythm, beats, non-verbal, feeling, visualizations, tuning of song, and daydreaming, berangan-angan. Okay, so there is a lot of different with these two people. Then sometimes the right brain, mostly the type of people is extrovert. Extrovert, that means there is a lot of idea and always talking and not stop talking. There is a rich with idea and a lot of what we call terlalu banyak idea yang mampu disampaikan, dan mereka sangat berimajinasi. Okay, for the left brain is introvert. Introvert mostly just keep quiet, more listen, then banyak mendengar dan mampu memberikan idea yang baik walaupun tidak banyak bercakap. Okay, we see the brain of waves. Okay, for example, for your information, our brain have a wave. Okay, they have a wave. What kind of wave? We have beta, alpha, theta, and delta. Okay, for the beta, it's around 15 until 30 hits. Okay, this situation show mostly when you awake, normal alert, consciousness. Okay, that means you know about your situation. For the alpha, 9 until 14 hits. It's time when you relax, calm, meditation, creative visualizations. Okay, sometimes you remember, but sometimes you cannot remember this area. Okay, alpha. For theta, 4 until 8 hits, deep relaxation and meditation, problem solving. This area sometimes you cannot think, but you mostly close with the sleep area. Okay, then delta is 1 until 3 hits, deep dreamless sleep. This is you already out of your awake. Okay, you telah pun tidur, you pun telah pun tidak tahu apa yang berlaku, dan Anda pun telah berada di dalam keadaan yang sangat bukan daripada keadaan yang normal seperti sedar. Okay, so you can see the difference of wave. Okay, when you awake, you see the wave. It's very it's very small, then is much. Okay, there's a lot of wave, but it's different for the delta when you already sleep. Okay, so that your brain also also maybe rest and berehat seperti kamu. Okay, this is explanation about the beta until delta. For the beta, the walking consciousness and reasoning wave. Okay, beta brain wave associated with normal walking consciousness and a heightened of alertness, logic, and critical reasoning. Okay, walaupun gelombang otak beta adalah penting untuk berfungsi dengan berkesan sepanjang hari, mereka juga boleh menerjemahkan kepada tekanan, kebimbangan, dan kegelisahan. Okay. For the alpha is the deep relaxation wave. Okay, alpha brain wave present in the deep relaxation, and usually when the eyes are closed, you are sleeping into lovely daydreaming or during like meditation. It is the optimal times to program that minds for success, and it also heightens your imagination, visualization, memory, learning, and concentration. Okay, we next for the theta. Theta, the light meditation and sleeping wave. Okay, gelombang otak theta hadir semasa meditasi mendalam dan tidur yang ringan, termasuk keadaan impian ataupun rapid eye movement yang penting. Okay, it is the realm of subconsciousness and only experienced memorially as you drift off asleep from alpha and wake from deep sleep from delta. Okay, and the last one is the deep sleep wave. Okay, kekerapan delta, the delta frequency is the slowest of the frequency, and it's experienced in the deep dreamless sleep and in very deep transcendental meditation where awareness is fully detached. Okay, so for this week we already done, and you have to remember that this topic is too important because there is a lot of question I will take from this topic to put in the quiz first, and for the assignment sharpen of your mind. Okay, so thank you for your attention, and anything you don't understand or you want to ask, you can WhatsApp me or you can ask in this video and I will reply later. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.